soon as that's over.
Somebody hacked into the mainframe. There is only one man who can do this. We completely lost control.
Mystery Man. Okay, it's going to come back to the Mystery Man. You weren't here when we did this. It's going to come back to the heroes with Hall and everything, okay? And again with Vito. Okay?
Yeah. Hello, this is Mesmerastic here, and I'm here talking with Idaho Lorax. He's going to share some experience he's had recently. The first one dealing with the schools.
What? The
Pocatello.
schools? Do we have problems with the schools? What possible problems could we have with our schools here? We have programs admittingly out there about asbestos abatement. How could we have problems here in the schools? But alas, we do, don't we?
What kind of problems are you having with the schools?
Apparently, asbestos is still a very grave problem in our community, in the schools, exposing them little children to dangerous little particles of asbestos. But what about the long-term effects of things? What about the facts that the schools were once had uranium spread all across them, across the playgrounds, on their sidewalks? That there's still uranium that they're built on and their asphalt's weathering away. Elemental uraniums, material that can be absorbed into your body. Everywhere, almost all the schools, except for maybe Century, that's a new school.
Where's it coming from?
The radiation? Now, of course, the radiation comes from those who put it there. Who originally put it on the schools? The school district, of course. Where did school district get it from? They got it from the source of the material here. It's now called the FMC Massage Flats Superfund site. So now there is money to clean things up. But here still, no one wants to do anything. The schools just want to, worry about asbestos when the school playground is made out of uranium ore. When some of the school kids walking to school walk through dry, powdered, well, not now, it's raining and snowing, but normally dried powdered uranium and all its heavy metals and daughter products in tiny particulate form, dragging it into the schools, breathing it into their lungs, eating it, getting into their foods, into their gut. It's no wonder we have such a high case of leukemia, breast cancer, solid tumors, even thyroid cancers, and many others related to the fact that we're inhaling uranium in elemental form into our bodies just by going to school. What happened to the days when the Mothers Against Death stood up to the people who brought this stuff? Had the school district stop it. But they stopped using it, but they didn't get rid of it. It's still here. Isn't that kind of It's gotta insane!
It is. So, what can be done about it?
Well, the school started to make some efforts here. The person who identified the material in the past, I believe his name was the Lorax, is still being sought by the officials in the school to not tell anybody about it. In fact, just recently on a sting operation, the school district not only tried to arrest the Idaho Lorax, but indeed, in the end, after they met with him and said there was no problem, but then they realized that this is the person who knew where the uranium was, can point it out where it is, can share with everybody where it is, has the documents and evidence for where it is. They decided to remove this person from any access to any school property, not to cross-cut on a school playground, not to even go in the school district offices. Like, not even able to see the school board or school board officials. And my God, the Lorax wanted to run for appointing for the school board position that was open, denying of his rights. That's how the school district decided to handle things in our community. We have a new superintendent. It's been here 6 years. And has she done anything with this Superfund site luring above us outside of town? Still blowing its uranium into the community? Still not acknowledging or sharing with anybody how much of it is distributed through all our community and our schools? What kind of superintendent do we have? Why is she not aware of this? Or why is she not doing anything about it? And what about our school board? Does our school board know about it? Indeed, I believe they do. But are they doing anything about it? No, they're more concerned with asbestos abatement and giving computers to all the children in school and get rid of the teachers, I suppose. Excuse me. Just my presence in this community has indeed contaminated me as well. But I do try to keep to a strict diet of no fluoride toothpaste, no fluoride in my drinking water, because elemental uranium is absorbed into the body, and that's how it gets into the bones that cause leukemia, is with fluoride solubility, for those of you who take chemistry. So, excuse my coughing from time to time, but I too have been afflicted with this material. And I too have been affected by its harmful, dangerous effects. So, what can we do about it, you think? Is anybody willing to do anything about it? I think you need to go to your school board. I think you need to go to the school district office. I think, personally, I got to get off your butt and protect your children. Their little child that you dropped off at school may be dropped off in a place that has uranium material spread all around her. Dragging it into the school, getting it on her clothes, bringing it home with her. Or him. Yes. Do we play ball? Hollywell Park. Watch where the ball goes. If it goes over the fence, it's going to land in the uranium. Yes, right at our schools. Right at our school's doorstep. Still in its powdered form. Ready to be absorbed on any nice windstorm. Sort of like we just had.
I believe you mentioned it before, but say again what form it's in. How can we see it or detect it?
You can't see or detect radiation. You can see the dust when it blows in the air, if you're lucky enough to have a Geiger counter. Or if you're lucky enough to roam around the airport, Pocatello Airport, and you've got a little radiation detector badge, you'll see how irradiated you get just being out there. Same with the community, but who's got one of them unless you work in INEL? Not too many people here. Apparently, people don't just
You said it comes in the form of dust?
That's the scary part about it all. It's been crushed. It was formed in a calciner, reduced from its rock material and concentrated, more so than ever. And then spread upon our community, believing that it was safe, that it would save a few dollars.
How was it spread?
Well, it was spread by trucks. It's spread by trains. It's spread by bulldozers and sanding machines that sand the streets. It was spread by people shoveling it, filling in sandboxes. Hopefully most of that has been stopped. Hopefully we found some better source of sand for the sandbox. But indeed it is still here. It has been here for many years, and until it is thoroughly, properly removed, this community will have this bane of always putting our children at risk for 700 million years. Did you get that? 700 million years.
Is that how long it takes for the radiation to dissipate?
Indeed. That's the half-life.
You mentioned radiation in the streets.
Yes, indeed. Again, ignorance is bliss. Saving money is bliss. Hey, make a few extra bucks. Let's get this stuff's already crushed up. And let's see if they'll part with some of it. Not too much because, hey, that's uranium materials. That's worth billions of dollars on the market. But we'll let you lose a little of it and spread it around, and it'll make it look like this isn't important. It'll just raise our background radiation. Make it seem like it's natural, that we all have it here. But ironically, if you work at INEL, the Idaho National Engineering Laboratories, and you live in Pocatello, they don't allow you in the job place if you wear polyester, carrying uranium on your clothing, tripping off their alarms just because you live in Pocatello. Oh, the streets, yes. Again, not blaming anybody now, but in the past, somebody wanted to make a quick buck, I guess. So, already graded crushed stuff, hey, it's in sand powdered form. It's ideal to spread on the sandy sidewalks and the sandy roads. Well, we don't want cars to slip and have an accident. My goodness, somebody might end up with a concussion. They may die later of cancer because of the material, the gray rock and sand and dust on the windshields. But again, it was stopped. It was stopped by mothers and their children, and many fathers, some principals, some teachers, some really concerned people got it stopped being put on the schools. Any more of it, because what's there is still there. And the same with the city streets. What was there is still there. Some of it's been covered up with asphalt in your alleys. Oh, many of the alleys in this community. What does it look like, you may ask? Well, just drive down Gould Street between East Day or Garrett Way in Yellowstone and look on the south side of the road. You'll see this nice light gray material that's all between the curb and the fence of the UP Railroad. What is it? Same stuff at the Superfund site. It's too dangerous to move. It's too dangerous to touch. We need to cover it up. Like we need to hide everything. Not remove it, not protect people. No, we're just going to leave it there and hope that nobody looks. So hopefully you stay in your car and don't go walking on the side of the road. Who knows what may happen then.
It's about time. You guys have a wonderful day. Contact your city officials, and goodbye.